I've done many thousands of miles on the bike over these years, and I can't say I regret anything. There have been a few bad times, but most of the time it's been quite good. Going to school on the bike, then I've been cycling for 80 years. But serious cycling, I started when I was 13. Yeah, we used to go out 8 o'clock in the morning, various stop, good dinner place, and get home maybe 11 or 12 o'clock at night. We just like getting away from civilization, I suppose. The further away, the better. There's no room in the garage. As you see, full of junk on bikes and things. When I was younger, I was doing about 20,000 miles a year. I lengthened these levers probably about 5 years ago, so I don't have to reach down quite as far to change gear. My name is Ron Bartle, and I'm 86 years old. £4.50 I paid for that trainer at a cycle jumble, so I can only manage about a quarter of an hour. My life in a nutshell, all the main trips. 53 was the Massive Central, 54 the Alps, 55 Pyrenees. In Iceland we went in 1958, first unaided crossing of the interior by bike. I'd been out on the bike one day, on Sunday, club run, and I got home very late at night, 11 o'clock or so, and my dad said, "There's been some lads here to see you today." I said, "Oh." He said, "They want you to go to Iceland with them. They brought you these." And he took me into the front room. And there was a brand new, specially built bike. Saddlebags, front panniers, handbar back, specially strengthened pannier frame, fixed gear, slightly bigger tyres than these, 26 by 1 3/8. Gallons of paraffin, not quite like this now, no luggage on it. So they came back the next night and they told me to go in. I had to tell my boss on the Tuesday morning that I was leaving on the Friday and going to Iceland. We had a 4-day boat trip on rough seas to Reykjavik, then round the south coast. Then from there we turned inland, following this ancient route over the desert, the Sprengisandur, and eventually to Akureyri, a town on the north coast. And these were the 4 of us that went. Myself, Dick Phillips, the guide, Raymond Bottomley, photographer, Bernard Heath, I think it was his idea. We thought we were the first people to have cycled across Sprengisandur. Dick was a member of the Rough Fellowship, and I think he put an article in the CTC magazine. It was seen by a chap called Horace Dahl, and he wrote to Dick and told him he did this crossing on his own in 1933. He had no tent, he just slept out at night in a sleeping bag, could hardly ride at all, he had to push his back nearly all the way. When he got through to the farm in the north, the farmer remembers him wearing a suit and polished shoes as though he was going for an interview for a job in Reykjavik. We had to get ourselves across the river. He had some Icelanders to row him across the biggest river. So we still claim that I was the first unaided crossing. There's our rubber dinghy. So we had to do several crossings backwards and forwards, a bike at a time, so it took several hours. I think we're 10 days after doing the uninhabited area. Dick had worked out beforehand all the rations that we needed, and what it was biscuits, milk, cakes bought in Reykjavik, and our clothing was probably corduroy trousers, maybe a cotton jacket. One place we had to push the bikes for 2 miles across the bowler field, just following a compass bearing. As far as it would see were just lava rocks and snow-capped glaciers. It was almost like a desert, a sandy desert. Lava, dust and rocks from the volcanoes. There were no proper roads, no one lived in the centre, it's quite remote. always cold and wet and windy.
It's relentless, really. I think I have a little concussion. Like your brain's just swimming around in your head on that road. It's horrible.
Rough times at the time, but they're also good times. You just know it's a challenge that you've got to overcome. However hard things are, don't give up. Things always get better eventually, and eventually things will improve. Maybe not that day, maybe the next day or something. If you go out on the bike, you might have a few problems in your mind, but once you get out on the bike, you forget all these things. And it's only when you come home that you worry about them, but when you're out, you know, there's no problem. I always enjoyed cycling. You can build a bit of character and toughen you up, maybe. It's a grand way to spend a life.